absolute lagoon of creep, and there's a bunch of spine crawlers and hydras pouring in right now. The robotics bay is going down. Stroggos realizes he needs these Colossi to come online, and he is denying that expansion. So nice play by Stroggos, not getting too rattled, but he's getting a little bit caught out of position, allowing these hydras to go to work on this gateway. And now more force fields cutting these hydras, but the hydra's still in range of the ground units. Now the spine crawlers coming forward. The hydra's being evaporated by all these gateways units. The spine crawlers are not quite down yet. They're almost coming in now. More hydras joining the fray, but it's piecemeal. And these gateway units are free to work on these spine crawlers. So this contain may be broken here. This is bad for AlwaysYou. He was invested quite a lot in this contain. He basically gave up his defense of his natural for this contain. And all these overlords, Stroggos should really push out right now. And he is denying this expansion, warping more units in with this proxy pylon. And if he pushes forward with those units, he's going to be able to snipe a bunch of overlords after he denies this expansion. So bad situation here for AlwaysYou. He was being very aggressive, and I like the aggressive, never say die attitude of it, because it was really containing Stroggos. But Stroggos is in such a good shape right now, despite the fact the Zergling panic button is being hit by AlwaysYou.
Jeez, he was just being so ambitious there. He put the hatchery right next to it, and he lost it all now. But these sentries are now having to micro with these Zerglings in tow. He's losing a bunch of these units, as now these roaches are forcing him back. He's right next to his pylon though, so he can reinforce basically as quick as the Zerg player with all these gateways. It's just his money that's really stopping him, as more and more skirmishes going on. These roaches taking more shots at these sentries. These zealots are going to start to be taken out. Now they're fighting back at the pylon. Now they're just back and forth as these force fields are now dropping off. So he was trying to be so ambitious there, but it just didn't come off, and he lost so much in that attempt, at least for the moment. So looks like he will get his hatchery at that gold after all that, even after getting unlucky the first time he tried it. So he is going to get his expansion after all, at least for the meantime.
Yeah, second robotics going down, and Stroggos should really move out and take out these overlords. He is realizing that he can have a snack party on overlords here. Huge cap there right now for AlwaysYou, and his speed is online, so he's going to flee quite a bit, losing 2 overlords, and really that was pretty rough, but he was accommodating for it. Once again, AlwaysYou trying to take this gold expansion, and this is the problem with these positions. It makes taking your third so contentious, and if somebody can get a defended third up, it becomes the biggest asset, which is why we're seeing AlwaysYou trying to take this third over and over and over again. Now he's got a hatchery down, but look at Stroggos already queued up a proxy pylon right next to that gold expansion. So Stroggos is trying to keep on top of the scouting. He does see it. His probe picks it up, realizes he cannot drop the proxy pylon, and AlwaysYou realizes he has to defend this, and there's no creep between this natural and his third here, and he's sending all these hydras, which are very slow. So this is a big investment on defense here. They're going to knock the proxy pylon. I would not be surprised to see Stroggos take advantage of this and hit his main, forcing that army to come behind him. So curious to see if Stroggos will capitalize of having AlwaysYou's army out of position as these first 2 Colossi hit the field.
Yeah, the Chrono Boost desperately working on this thermal lance right now, trying to get this out. These Colossi did so much damage the first game, and just as you said, Seth, now the Protoss Ball of Death is now roaming into this expansion. These Hydras and Roaches nowhere to be found, no creep connecting them, so this will actually be taken out before they can even get there. All these drones being taken out, only now with the Zerglings starting to hit the field, and just so much damage being done. The Spire almost being taken out within 91 health. I don't know, he should really be sniping that out before he leaves this fight. I hope he doesn't forget about that, but yeah, these Colossi now going to town on these Roaches. He really needs to be on the Hydras. It looks like, oh, I don't know, I think AlwaysYou might be okay here with the reinforcements right next to his base, but these Colossi doing so much damage, forcing Stroggos to slowly move back. There's one other Colossi watching his buddy die, so he's going to have to pull back, but there was just so much damage done. That whole expansion got wiped out. So now AlwaysYou really needs to rely on this very hard to defend gold expansion.
Yeah, good move there by Stroggos. Basically, AlwaysYou was inviting that, and really, Stroggos knew it after seeing his proxy pylon denied by AlwaysYou's entire army. But now, once again, this third expansion is becoming such a contentious point. Stroggos cannot let AlwaysYou have that gold operational, and AlwaysYou is streaming drones into it. This is a bad situation. His Colossi must be licking its chaps right now. He's going to be able to barbecue so many drones, and working on, for some reason, working on the extractor. He should be on the drones, and these corruptors going to shut these Colossi down. These Colossi should keep attacking. I do not think they're going to get out of there. Corruption going off on the Colossi, and these Corruptors do that bonus damage against Massive. So these Colossi really just going to be going down. He should not be fleeing there, would not make it out of there. So even though he's able to take out a few drones, AlwaysYou is still in reasonably good shape. He just needs to connect the creep so those Hydras can massively sprint across. And a mistake that I also feel that Stroggos made was when he attacked this expansion, as you were saying, he could have dropped that Spire, and that would have been a key loss. That Spire takes a long time to build, so he really needed to finish that off. And I feel that by defending this expansion, despite losing his natural, AlwaysYou is in a really good position, especially if he retakes his natural and gets that creep spread between the two. Then he can really put the pressure on Stroggos and possibly even deny this third that Stroggos is throwing up. But once again, his army's going to get caught out of position, expecting an attack on the gold expansion, and now Stroggos is coming in, and he is going to shut down that Spire finally. So Stroggos is able to go for a tech snipe there, and that means no more Corruptors on the field until a Spire comes down. So this is a good situation for Stroggos, and a key loss there for AlwaysYou.
Yeah, these Corruptors still, there's 4 of them on the field, and if they can get 3 shots on these Colossi, it'd be very bad. Even 4 can drop them very quickly. So these Stalkers so important to this fight. They have to be very careful now. As now these Zealots engaging with these Stalkers in tow. The Corruptors now just going to town on this Colossi. The Stalkers not focusing on these Corruptors, so the Colossi goes down. Although the Hydras just can't force their way through that Protoss line of Stalkers. So now they're pushing into the main. All these Overlords just hanging out. They could all be taken out after these Zerg units be dropped in a second. If he keeps reinforcing the spot, more and more Stalkers flooding into this main. This Hydroden's very weakened now. It's going to be taken out any second. It's very bad positioning, and there's the GG by AlwaysYou.
Yeah, Stroggos was just too effective there, and AlwaysYou just put too much attention into trying to keep his third expansion at the gold up, and really good execution there by Stroggos, and he was just playing solid all throughout. So this is 2-0 in this series for Stroggos, and we go to game 3.